Hello, everybody. This is Samuel Bean, the VP of Sales for the Build Trading Academy. And today we're going to talk about how anyone in your group can build a seven-figure portfolio. And what I do want to state is this, guys. This video is going to be for three different types of people. Okay. It's going to be for the student that wants to know how they can get their money back, right? And how they can actually have a free ride while they're learning how to trade. The second one is going to be the person who wants to make a little bit of extra money while they're learning how to trade to pay some bills, to support their lifestyle, and even use it as investment capital when they trade in their trading accounts. Okay? And that last person is going to be the person who wants to build a six or a seven figure subscription-based trading community, something that they can use the revenue to fund other projects, something like myself. So if you will, follow closely as I point out some very important things over the next 7 to 8 minutes. Okay. Now, this slide says the master key to financial freedom, and that means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. And, you got to ask yourself, what if there was a way for you to help your new partners recoup their business capital, double their investments, eliminate their monthly overhead, create some residual income, rank advance, and get a free ride at the Build Trading Academy all in their first 7 days. Okay. And that's not to mention them having the perks and benefits from our travel partner. Well, there is. We offer an undeniable value proposition for leaders, entrepreneurs, and salespeople. These next slides are going to show you how to create explosive immediate income and the blueprint for wealth creation on a large, sustainable, and scalable basis. Okay. So the first question that people always ask is, how do I get my money back? Okay. And when you look at, the packages, as you saw in the presentation, we have the core basics at 199. You have the elite at 499, and you have the premier at 999.99, right? And you're going to come on board based on what your wallet says, okay, or what your belief says, okay. But when you look at this process, there are a couple things that you want to do to make sure you not just get your money back, but that you make some money in the process. Okay. You want to make sure you cover your refer for and you pay no more. That's how you get the free ride. You want to make sure that you satisfy the requirements for the superstar bonus. That bonus pays you an extra $500. And in order to do that, all you have to do is refer for and help two of them refer to. Okay. And so I'm going to show you also how our point system will allow you to earn residual income as well as earn some additional income from the referrals of the people who are in your trading community. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. Okay. So at the 199 core basics pack, most of the time you're going to refer people who will get started on the same level. So that's 199 times four. Okay. Now the commissions on those will be $20 per person, which means that you just made 80 bucks. Okay. 1 point is assessed to each one of those. And once you accumulate 6 points on the left and 6 points on the right, you now elevate yourself to the Builder 250 level, at which point you're making $250 a month in residual income. Okay. Also, at that point, you start to make additional revenue on the referrals that you bring to the table and the referrals that your people bring to the table as well. We call those coded bonuses. Okay. Now, when you actually get two more people for at least two people in your community, guys, you've now satisfied the superstar bonus. Okay. Now, with that being said, you only have 4 points per side. So let's go ahead and tally that up. $500 for the superstar bonus, $80 for the direct commissions, $0 for the Builder 250, $100 for the refer for and pay no more because you're no longer paying the $99 a month for your tuition. You're saving $1,200 a year, and $0 for the coded bonus. Brings your grand total of $680 gross. Okay. $480 after you deduct the $199 that you use to enroll into the program. So you had a $480 net total, guys. So you're not just made your money back, but you doubled it. You increased your investment, guys, by 250%. Now, when you look at the 499 Elite Pack, Okay. You help four people get started. Like I said, people are going to kind of get started where you get started. In this example, that's $100 commission per person. Okay. You're looking at $400 immediately out of the gates, but the points increase because the pack increased. Okay. So now when you help two of those individuals get to, you've satisfied the superstar bonus, which means that now you've made 500 bucks. Okay. Now look at the points. Now you have 6 points on each side. Okay. Now that you have 6 points on each side, you not only get the $500 for the superstar bonus, the $400 for the direct commissions, but you get the $250, right, for the builder 250, and also the 150 that you would normally pay per month. That's now staying in your household as income, okay? Because you referred for, you don't have to pay anymore, and you didn't get a coded bonus, okay? But what you have is a grand total of $1,300 of gross earnings, okay? Once you subtract the $500 that you invested in your tuition or your enrollment for your package, as you're left with $800. That's an amazing thing. And remember, you're doing this in 7 days, okay? Or you're doing this in 2 weeks, or you're doing this in 30 days, okay? As long as it's done in your first 30 days, okay? Now, the last pack we're going to talk about here is the Premier Pack, $999. Okay, as you can see, they're going to get started like you get started, or they're going to upgrade their way up to $999 at some point. Either way, you're going to be paid $200 per person. That's an $800 earning. Now, the points also jumped up to 3 points. So now, if you do the math, you have 6 on the left and 6 points on the right. You help two people in your community get two people, guys. Now you've just satisfied the superstar bonus. Okay. So now you get a coded bonus on those enrollments. Okay. That's $80 per person. Okay. Now, if you look at the points, like I said again, you 6 on the left, 6 on the right. So let's go ahead and tally this up. $500 for the superstar bonus, $800 for the direct commissions, $250 for the builder 250. You referred for, so you pay no more. So that $200 that you would pay per month is now staying in your house as income. Okay? That's $2,400 you're saving per year. $320 for the coded bonus brings you to a grand total of $2,070 of gross earnings. Okay. Now, that $1,070, that's what's left after you deduct the $999 that you paid for enrolling in the program. So, guys, this is very, very important. This is something that you're not seeing anywhere but here. Okay. So let's go ahead and recap this real quick here. And you see what you've done at the core basics pack, right? And you see what you've done here at the Elite Pack, right? You see what you've done here at the Premier Pack. Now, what I want to show you here is, as you saw, we talked about the point system, right? So for those of you who want to actually build a residual income, you want to build a subscription-based model, right? As your group starts to grow, so does your residual income. As your group starts to grow, so does the points. And as you can see, it starts at 250, guys, but it will elevate and take itself all the way up to a $500,000 per month. Okay. So the larger, and as also, as you can see, the larger the pack that you actually enroll in on, the less work that you actually have to do. Okay. So as we close, guys, I always want to share with you, some of the things that got me to seven figures. Okay. And this is mostly suggestive listening and reading here. One of the best books that I've ever read was The 360-Degree Leader by John C. Maxwell. It helped me build an organization, above me, around me, beneath me. It just made me a whole, entirely different individual when it came to leadership. The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz. It taught me to think bigger, dream bigger, right? And just go out there and even dream build, right? So you got to think about this for a second. The bigger you get people to think about the life that they want to live, the less fear you'll have to deal with. They will become your ally and they won't push back. One of the things that we do that I want to make sure, I share with you is this. We have to, tell people what they need, not what they want. Okay. If a person says they have a seven-figure goal, okay, then they should be making a 4 or 5 figure investment, not a 3 figure investment. It's one of those things where you got to get a person to go big or go home, right? And so that's very, very important. Now, The Magic of Believing by Claude Bristol is very, very important as well, because where there's no belief, guys, there's no realized goals and dreams. Okay. If you don't believe in yourself, you don't believe in what you're doing, you don't believe in the people who you're doing it with, nothing is ever going to happen. And then the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John C. Maxwell, guys, it just puts you in a position where you hone your leadership skills and you can now take people, to a position where they can go out there and get their goals and dreams accomplished while you're getting yours accomplished. So as we close out, guys, get back with the person that sent you this video and get your position of equity right away. And let's go ahead and get you in a position where you can start seeing, all of these bonuses and incentives land in your favor. Have a blessed day. Bye bye.